Okay, now zooming in with my printed blade to Heroes of the Shire. I got involved with Heroes of the Shire because I really liked the premise of Heroes of the Shire is two kinds of games in one. It is an adventure kind of a game where you have hexes that you explore and bosses to defeat, plus these bosses are leveled, and it has also hero sheets with skills and masteries for leveling up. And these heroes with the skills, when they use a skill, all the skills are available. And when you use a skill, it has you put a cooldown die on it, and the cooldown die is counting downwards to 1, and after that it is removed, and the spell is available again. Why I got involved with this is that I really like the cooldown system. There are several review videos on the internet already, on YouTube for example, where everybody is very much impressed with the depth, because you have not just as in a normal the cards in your hand or the tableau building and so on, but here is a temporal strategy. So you want to time the tricking, how do you say, the activation of several of these spells in succession. And as you can see, the artwork is fantastic, which is not why I backed it, but it's a bonus. There is some amount of administration, because you have these permanent buffs and temporary buffs. These are represented by chips, and they move to the left, where they fall off the grid. And go into the general supply again. So if you are suffering from burning effect, or you're silenced, or stunned, or weakened, or all that RPG kind of stuff, it's represented by chips, and they just all slide off, and the temporary ones slide off to the left, I think, where it's more normal that they slide off to the right, but you get the idea. And what you have here is called a CD. They didn't have really an order yet initially, but we decided that the spells should be ordered by increasing cooldown value. So the most expensive ones are on the right. So say CD6. You put the CD on the card itself. I haven't. This is just preliminary, because I didn't print out the hundreds of pages. The game is not available anymore until 2014, because it's sold out, and cannot be sold via retail, and it's also sold out in the Kickstarter. But what you can do is pay for the print and play, and with the print and play you get this awesome book. And you also have access to all the cards. I can give a short overview of the products later. Not compensated or paid. So this is just of my own volition. Let's see. So you put here you trigger, for example, light screen, and then you put die on it because it's a CD6. And next turn you count back all the from left to right, and that's why they are ordered in increasing order. So if you have here CD3, for example, and CD6. Well, no. Well, yes. Say in one turn, first turn, you triggered. You can only cast one spell per turn. So you triggered second embrace. So you put the die in it. Next round, you decrease it from 3 to 2. And you cast in your main phase a new spell, say CD6 light screen. It's not really important what each skill does, but that's the whole unique selling point of this game. So you cast this spell, new round. When it's your turn, you do the administration again. So this goes from 2 to 1. This goes from 6 to 5. And because you go from left to right, this is removed in the future turn, and only the larger numbers remain. But you could also very well start with a CD5 spell like this, and then in the second round, so this would become a 4. In the second round, you would cast CD3 or CD6. And yeah, things like that. If you time it right, then two things can trigger off right after each other. There are elements to take into consideration if you want extra complexity. So there is a star versus moon, and there are certain bonuses and weaknesses. So think of it as Shin Megami Tensei kind of RPG games, and there are bosses with immunities. And if you play the adventure mode, you can also play it solo. If you play the adventure mode, you can also unlock a skill tree, and every hero has his own. Every hero has its own unique spells to begin with, its unique abilities to begin with, and also his unique skill tree. So it is extremely rich. You can play this forever if you like the mechanics, of course. If you don't like the mechanics, then you won't play it. The arena mode is that you just pick up one of these characters and play against each other, and that is also the suggestion of the tutorial, the Paladin versus Huntress. You don't want to know how much time this cost the creator and me to phrase this as clearly as possible. But this is I can guarantee this is a foolproof. If you can read English, then you can do this without any problem, even without any experience in complex RPGs in a video fashion. It explains everything in minute detail. So the first round is written out completely. You get also with color codings and iconography. I mean, I'm really proud of what has been created here, and the purple things and everything has been thought out. I mean, this is a work of art and love, and Damian, the creator, was very pleasant to work with, very open-minded, was willing to go with all the suggestions that not only me but also other people added in the shared Google Drive. So a lot of people went really wild with all kinds of suggestions. There are, I think, zero. I can really vouch for that. There are no mistakes at all, ever, in this game. This is the best rulebook. Well, it's among the best rulebooks of all the internet. And I'm pretty critical. Yeah. So here you can see the binding. For example, this is a mistake because this was a cheap thread thing from Chinese quality. But yeah. So here this page gives a very pleasant overview to see the completion. The only thing that I did not like is that it is a sans serif, and it's better to write in serif. Black background, you can argue with that, but the information here is very well presented. Also says here, before playing README, that refers to this gem. So the gameplay overview. We're already 12 minutes into the gloating over this product. So I think checking on the digital product that you get if you pay for 20 euros or something, at least the digital components. So the turn order is nicely numbered, as things should be, and there's yeah, it's like a computer print board, but you can just follow the colors where everything is. It's nicely organized. It's pretty hard to give such a graphical overview of a complex game. It's not really complex in the sense that your head explodes, but it's just to get into it very well